Welcome back, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shuba Espanol TV. It's great to have you with us today. We're diving into a topic that could have some serious positive effects on your financial situation. That's right, we're talking about the possibility of another stimulus check, this time, one aimed specifically at individuals with lower fixed incomes. This is a real possibility, and the idea is gaining traction. Today, we'll explore a detailed proposal that could put a substantial sum of money into the pockets of people who need it the most, based on some recent developments involving an interesting government initiative. It's all about ensuring efficiency and getting taxpayer money back where it belongs, into the hands of the citizens. Let's break it down. So here's the deal. The initiative we're looking at today revolves around a government agency called the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Yes, you read that right, DOGE. You might recognize the name if you've heard of the cryptocurrency, but in this case, DOGE is an agency with a mission to save taxpayers money. And they're not talking about saving small amounts, no, we're talking big savings. In fact, the department is targeting $2 trillion in savings by 2026, but wait, here's the kicker, some of those savings could be put directly into your pocket. That's right. The proposal we're going to explore suggests using a portion of those savings to fund a $2,000 stimulus check for individuals with low or fixed incomes. This would be aimed at people on Social Security, pensioners, and others who rely on a steady, often modest income. Think about it for a second, an extra $2,000. Imagine how that could impact your budget. Whether it's paying off bills, covering day-to-day expenses, or even saving for the future, that $2,000 could offer some much-needed relief. According to this proposal, approximately 100 million people could potentially be eligible for this stimulus payment. The breakdown of how they arrived at that number includes those currently living in poverty combined with people who are receiving benefits like Social Security and other fixed-income benefits. Now, I know what you're thinking, $2,000 might not sound like a huge sum on the surface. But when you multiply that amount by 100 million people, you're looking at a massive influx of cash back into the economy, around $200 billion. And remember, that's only about 10 to 20% of the projected savings that DOGE is targeting. So even though the amount being proposed might seem small compared to past stimulus efforts, it's still a significant sum. Now, let's talk about the broader economic impact. When money is distributed to those who are most in need, it tends to get spent right away. We're talking about essentials, food, rent, utilities, transportation. That money will flow directly into the economy, benefiting local businesses and helping to stabilize various industries. The immediate effect of this $200 billion infusion could provide a boost to everything from small mom-and-pop shops to larger corporations, but it doesn't stop there. The knock-on effects of this cash infusion could create a ripple that benefits everyone. More money in the hands of people who need it most means more spending, more local economic activity, and a more stable economy overall. That's something we can all get behind. So let's bring it down to a more personal level. What would this $2,000 mean for you directly? Well, it depends on your financial situation, but here are a few examples of how this extra cash could help. First off, let's talk about bills. If you're on a tight budget, $2,000 could be just the cushion you need to catch up on overdue bills, pay down high-interest debt, or even save for a rainy day. The power of having extra funds can't be underestimated. It offers more breathing room, especially when inflation is rising and prices are unpredictable. But it's not just about making ends meet. That extra $2,000 could also give you the opportunity to start saving or investing. Even small, consistent contributions to a savings account or investment plan can make a big difference over time, thanks to the power of compounding. You don't need to be a financial expert to understand that every little bit counts. And remember, this is not just a handout. The point of this proposal is to return taxpayer dollars to the people who need them the most. It's not about just giving away money, it's about ensuring that everyone can benefit from a more efficient government that works in favor of all citizens. What exactly is fixed income? Now, you might be wondering, what does fixed income even mean? It's a valid question. Fixed income refers to income that remains consistent over time. This includes sources like Social Security benefits, retirement pensions, or disability benefits. These sources are often the primary income for individuals who may not have the ability to work full-time or earn additional income. For people on fixed incomes, especially in today's economy, the need for extra financial help is greater than ever. Inflation is hitting everyone hard, and the rising cost of goods and services is putting additional strain on tight budgets. That's why a $2,000 stimulus could make such a significant difference for those who need it most. But what about inflation? One of the biggest concerns with any type of financial stimulus is inflation. You might be thinking, if you put that much money into the economy, won't it just make inflation worse? It's a valid concern, and the video addressing this proposal actually tackles that question head-on. The main argument is that because the stimulus is so targeted, and the total amount of $200 billion is significantly lower than the $850 billion spent in past stimulus efforts, the risk of causing runaway inflation is relatively low. For perspective, the $200 billion is less than 1/4 of the amount used in the 2020 to 2021 stimulus checks. That's a huge difference, and that difference in scale could be the key to keeping inflation manageable while still providing much-needed relief. Furthermore, this proposal isn't about handing out large sums to every citizen, it's targeted at those who need it most. Low-income and fixed-income individuals are far more likely to spend this money quickly, driving immediate demand for essential goods and services. The theory is that this can be done without causing major inflationary pressure. What about the long-term implications? This brings us to another important question. What are the long-term implications of this approach? If this stimulus check becomes a reality, could we see similar programs in the future? What happens if DOGE's savings fall short, or if the cost of administering such a program becomes unsustainable? The video doesn't go into great detail on this, but it's a fair question to ask. Government efficiency is a key part of the equation, and DOGE has identified several opportunities for reducing waste and streamlining government programs. If those savings continue to materialize, there's potential for more targeted stimulus checks or other relief measures in the future. However, it's important to note that these savings might not be guaranteed. While DOGE is confident about its ability to save taxpayer dollars, unforeseen circumstances or miscalculations could affect the program's sustainability. That said, even if this particular stimulus check doesn't come to fruition, DOGE's work could still have positive long-term effects by creating a more efficient government that can better allocate resources to other important programs. What does this mean for you? Let's get practical for a second. If this $2,000 stimulus check does become a reality, how should you use it? First, assess your current financial situation. Do you have any high-interest debt that you could pay down? Paying off credit cards or loans could save you money on interest, which would free up more of your budget for other things. Sometimes, it's not about making more money, it's about making the money you already have work harder for you. Second, consider putting the money toward emergency savings. Having a cushion of savings can provide you with peace of mind and protect you from unexpected expenses in the future. Life is unpredictable, and having a financial safety net is always a good idea. If your finances are in a stable place, no high-interest debt, and you've got a solid emergency fund, then maybe you could think about investing a portion of that $2,000. Even small, consistent investments can grow over time and help you build long-term wealth. Now, I'm not giving specific investment advice here, but the key is to think about your long-term financial goals. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a house, preparing for retirement, or planning to start a small business, having clear goals in mind will help you make smart decisions about how to use your extra cash. Whether or not the stimulus check becomes a reality, the most important takeaway is the empowerment that comes from being prepared. Knowing how you would use extra money, being proactive about your financial goals, and planning ahead can help you make the most of any windfall, whether it's a tax refund, a bonus at work, or even an inheritance. At Shuba Español TV, we encourage you to stay informed, stay engaged, and continue to think about your financial future. This potential $2,000 check might just be the beginning of a bigger conversation about financial well-being and what it means for you and your family. So, what would you do if you received that $2,000? Treat yourself? Save for the future? Invest in something that's important to you? Whatever you choose, remember that financial well-being is about more than just money, it's about creating a life you love and being prepared for whatever comes your way. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the potential $2,000 stimulus check. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear how you would use that extra money if it comes your way. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and keep working toward your financial goals. Take care, everyone. Shuba Español TV.